Morning, y'all, or good day to you, depending on where you are and what time of day it is. I said that in one of my last videos too. I think maybe I'll ride with that as a tagline. Good day to you. Good day to you, good people, my good people. I'm Davey Blue Jay. I am here to talk with you this morning about what's on my mind. And yeah. My hope is that perhaps there will be something that you take away from it or that resonates with you. So, my name is Davey Blue Jay. You can check out my music if you'd like on your favorite platform, daveybluejay.com, daveybluejay.com, D-A-V-E-Y, Blue Jay. It's where my music and all my links and what I have going on is at. So, subscribe on YouTube. It helps. And I'd love to see my community grow, and let me know what kind of content in the comments that I make that you like, so I know. So I'm a wellness instructor. I am a musician, play rock and roll music. It's original music that comes off as like it's experimental, it's psychedelic, and yeah, you can check it out. Okay, I want to talk about today being in alignment with your values, and I'm going to call it the tangibility of your vibe, the tangible nature of your vibration. How about that? Maybe I'll call that this video that, the tangible nature of your vibration. Okay. So you may have heard before, the power of self-concept, the power of thoughts. Okay. There's this book that I'm currently reading in my rehab group. This is off the cuff. I'm just figured I'd mention this. Don't Hate Meditate by Megan Monaghan. 5 easy practices to get you through the hard shit and into the good. In parentheses, and into the good. And there's something we read today from that book that really resonated with me. And to summarize, it's something like this. Your thoughts dictate your it might be a little off, but it's along this line. Your thoughts dictate your beliefs dictate, your behavior, and your behavior dictates your habits dictate your values. Something like that. But it follows that how you believe you are, like the thoughts you have about yourself, in my own words, which stem into beliefs by, taking those thoughts to heart and perpetuating them, right? And then behaving in that way, all right? And then if you behave in that way over and over, that's a habit. That's how you operate. It's habits, and those dictate your values. It makes sense that the habits, pour over into your values. Okay. So, essentially, how are these values, how they emulate through your behavior, what I'm getting at is very tangible in your vibration. If you're spiritually minded, you could say like in your aura, in the energy you're giving off. In a more tangible way, I'm just going to say what other people pick up on from you, from the feeling, the true, truthful feelings they get around you. And of course, everyone's going to judge. Not everybody's right about everything. I'm not talking about general perception of how people judge you or perceive you. But for instance, and this is why it's incredibly powerful to practice this self-belief, self-concept work. Like, you may have heard of I am work or I am statements. It's why you go into meditation or hypnosis, and which I've practiced a lot. And and I'm a meditation and wellness facilitator, instructor, rehab center teacher, if you don't know. If you believe, so if you practice this work of I am, and then you work with positive values that you strive to be. So you think over and over, take it to heart, and you believe that you are positive. You are of positive attributes. So I'm going to name a few. And you can do this in meditation. You can just connect with breath, close your eyes, take deep breaths in a space that you feel safe in, and just affirm I am. Say in your head, I am, or out loud, I am blank. It's like you're imagining that it's written in ink across your mind. And you're feeling that in your being when you're meditating. That is the practice. So you say, I am. So when you start doing this in ways that are, it's like they say, you just match the vibration. It's all energy. Match the vibration of what you desire and you become it. So, confidence, right? I'm confident. What about this one? Honest, communicative, right? And when you practice or just bring into your awareness, sure, some people are innately these things, right? But if you practice this, you bring your awareness to it, it is like a muscle, and it's a way of connecting to that. And I find it very self-empowering, because, and it makes sense, right? Doesn't it make sense that if someone, believes that they are honest, that therefore they'll behave honestly? And I don't mean I mean truly believes, that's why it's a practice. You need to tap into that, and the more you do it, the more solid you feel in those ways, and the more you can just emulate that, the confidence of that is just very apparent in your behavior. Or the less you might be overthinking it, or when those thoughts come up of trying to prove situations where you weren't as honest as you'd like to be, then you'll be no, I'm honest. This is just this is just that intrusive thought, or that voice coming from here, but I am honest, and I know that, and I'm just gonna ignore that, ignore the counterbalance, or the maybe intrusive thought, the negative sentiment that comes up, and be no, you know what? I am honest. I am confident. I have strength in my knowing of that. It's working out your muscle, building strength, translated to self-belief and into self-image. But anyway, this is how it's tangible. And what's that Nikola Tesla quote? Maybe someone drop a comment of the exact quote, but it's about simply match the desire, the vibration of your desired reality, to have it, right? Nikola Tesla talked in the way of vibration. He said that's where, to summarize, that's where the real truth, the real power is, in vibration. I believe Einstein talked about vibration too, frequency. All right, so it follows that, and this is where the tangible part is. If say you're practicing these things, or say that you are someone who's working on yourself, and you are working with the self-concept empowerment work, this work. You ever meet someone where you can just tell, from the get-go, you just get a feeling about them that is tangible, and it just permeates through them, and you're yeah, without a doubt, this person is this. Without a doubt. That's a good way of saying it. Your aura has no doubt in that way, if you're that person. Without a doubt, this person is trustworthy. wow, I just get a feeling that that is an amazing person. That's a really good person. You know, or that's just like, wow, that is a really sweet person. You know, your dog barks at someone and you're like, you're gonna bark at that girl? You're gonna bark at that guy? What are you doing? All right, I'm starting to, I don't always take your, you know, I don't know about your judgment in this case. You're gonna bark at that guy? Right? When you know, deeply trust those qualities, those values within yourself. So there's strength and value, all right, in your values. When you deeply trust those values, there's this like permeating, like tangible effect where it's just, that's what you are. You know, that's what you are. And yes, it's taken growth, it's taken practice to uncover more of that light for it to shine through and irradiate outwards for other, you know, people to pick up on as well. All right. Imagine like, you know, imagine a past version of someone wearing a hat and scarves, kind of like covering up and walking kind of hunched, and they're just kind of like, you know, insecure and just kind of don't want to be seen, just walk around. All right. Then imagine years and time later in the future, this same version that's just glowing. They're like, you know what? No, I believe in you. You got this. You are strong. You are confident. You are honest. This is who I am. This is who I am. You know, I'm human. I'll face the emotions that come up. I'll face the nerves that come up. I'll take time for myself. I'll do what I need to do. And you know what? No, you fucking got this. You know? And you just like see someone and they're just like, and you're like, yeah, they're trustworthy, you know? They are honest. Okay, they are communicative. And guess what? You can still be these things and be human and make mistakes. You can still be these things and not have your best day, not have every day be your best. You can still do these things and have trials, and challenges, and lessons, bridges to cross, bumps in the road along the way, and still come back to this instilled confidence in yourself. And it is a practice, and that is incredibly tangible. You ever meet someone and you're just like, whoa, like, are they famous? Or you meet someone and you're just like, yeah, like, this is a beautiful person, right? You deserve to know these things about yourself, all right? You're allowed to know of your power, your greatness, your beauty. You are allowed and empowered in knowing your greatness. And sometimes the journey feels like taking off a lot of layers, shedding clothes. Ooh. Visual example for Mr. Davey. Take off the layer, reveal the heart. Take off the layer, reveal the heart. Maybe I should call this video that instead. Take off the layer, reveal the heart. Take off your layers and reveal your heart. All right, I'm gonna spitball into a little maybe free-flowing poem here, lyrics. Take off the layers, reveal your heart. In your power, you start. And when you start, you shed what's left over of self-doubt, pity, and other leftovers. Let go of what's old, lean into what's new. Give thanks to those who've helped you. All right. That was fun. Anyway, how's that song go? Release your inhibitions, feel the wear on your skin. When you take off these layers, when you just let yourself be free, let yourself be empowered, see the positivity in yourself, it makes way for, dude, just like a an easeful and fun way of living. It's not the end of the world all the time, and you know, it ain't all that bad to feel through things, feel your emotions, feel what you need to feel what comes up. And just keep trucking along, keep moving forward one step at a time. All right, one step at a time. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. Keep going, my friends, and there might not be an end. There's always new beginnings. There's always times for winning, but it's in the little steps that we take. It never seems to end or fade, but we can get to a brighter day if we just let go of our baggage and we just lean on our surroundings. That's how songwriting, if you check out my songs, that's how a lot of them start. The writing process. You just start singing. You don't get caught up. You don't trip up too much. I'm going to sing a little bit of my song, Drew, What You Doing, that came out most recently. Drew, What You Doing, streaming platforms. And then I'll end it there. This song's about empowerment. This song's about not being a victim in your life, taking charge, taking one step at a time, and being like, no, I'm awesome, I got this. All right, love you, y'all. I love you. Here we go. My heart's a pretty cool color right now. Am I supposed to pretend that it's not? Things got a little bit foolish somehow. At least we gave it a shot. I don't like the words that you say, but I love the way you speak them. Oh, it's soft and soothing. So, Drew, what you doing? Alright, skip ahead a little. But ooh, I'm beginning to start to want to see the fire in you. And you're beginning to wonder if it makes a difference on you. Well, does it make a difference? It depends. So can you tell me how then? And just let things happen, my friend. But ooh, I'm getting to start to want to see the fire in you. And you're beginning to wonder, hey, does it make a difference? Aren't you? Well, aren't you, Drew? And all of you beautiful people. Subscribe to my channel for more. Like, comments. Oops, still got my shirt on here. Say hey. Check out my TikTok. Check out my Instagram. Check out my music. And I'll catch y'all next time.